Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos, but in today's video, I'm going to be giving an update on where I've been the past few weeks and what my plans are for this channel in 2021. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have really missed you guys and missed doing videos so much. Creating YouTube videos is such a pleasure for me and such a great hobby. I just love doing it, and so I've really missed it in the past few weeks, but I really needed some extra time just to focus on feeling better and getting my thoughts together for the coming year. So, you know, like everybody, there's a lot of things to wrap up at the end of a year, whether it's for work or personal life or your household finances, whatever the case may be. And a lot of people are planning for resolutions and new breaking old bad habits and creating good new habits. You know, just lots of stuff going on. And of course, the holidays, Christmas, you know, just it's a lot. So over the past few weeks, I just haven't felt the greatest. And if you've been with me for a while and you've been watching my videos, you may know that I got COVID in late November. And honestly, it wasn't for a lack of trying to be safe. I'm probably one of the most, or I probably was one of the most paranoid people when it came to the virus, and just being extra cautious. So, you know, still not 100% sure on how we got it, but my husband got it too, and my mom did, and thank God everybody is okay and on the mend. But mine came with a little bit of complication as far as inflammation. I had some blood tests done and my heart rate was really going off the charts. It was like 150. You know, I have one of those little pulse oximeters or oxygen checkers, you know, you put on your fingertip. And it was just really scary for me for a little bit because my system just felt like it was in overdrive. So I had been on a lot of prednisone and steroids, you know, just to get the initial infection out of my system. You know, I had some pneumonia from COVID, but again, I seemed to be like recuperating. My energy levels were higher, and then I just seemed to crash. So that is just the only explanation I can give for my lack of responding to comments and my lack of presence here and creating videos. I just really needed some time to focus on getting better and focus on myself and, you know, all the things I needed to sort out physically, mentally, emotionally, because it just came with a lot of baggage. So I have since been seeing a cardiologist at the Cleveland Clinic. I'm super blessed to have the clinic so close. So I've been going there, and I have to see a couple more doctors and just get some things, you know, kind of figured out, sorted out, and a plan of action. So I'm still in the process of figuring out, you know, where I really go from here in the coming couple of months. But I think that I'm seeing the right doctors, and you know, my heart rate has improved a bit. So, you know, I just feel like I'm heading in the right direction. They did say that I have something called long haul COVID syndrome, which is just basically where people who contract COVID don't get over it, you know, in the initial maybe week or two. That's typically expected. But, you know, it just takes a little bit longer, and your body is just kind of in this inflammation stage, and it's just taking a little bit longer. So that's where I've been. That's what I've been dealing with. As far as the holidays went, we had a beautiful holiday, beautiful Christmas, very small at our house. It was different this year, but it was nothing short of a blessing. And I feel God's intervention that we were all still here, and anyone that contracted COVID, you know, we all made it through, and I just feel super blessed for that, especially my mom. She's 83, so, you know, she's doing really well. My husband, you know, he's been going to work, but his work has been a little bit crazy, and it's, you know, a little stressful. He's not doing a what was his career job at this time. So again, if you're new here, you may not know that my husband lost his job, but he was eligible to take an early retirement and dip into a private pension on a reduced rate as soon as he turns 50 for the remainder of his life. But upon reaching Social Security age, he will also be able to collect that. What he will be collecting starting his birthday next year is the private pension portion. So it'll be a relief to finally get that. The job that he's been doing is an excellent job. It's just been crazy. It's been a crazy getting off on the right foot. He was off for 2 weeks with COVID. You know, of course he had it, you know, and that was the safest prudent thing to do, necessary thing to do. But when he applied for the CARES Act money, he still didn't get that. And I think that's just kind of a theme with us this year, you know, applying for something, not really getting it, or it taking an extra long time. But I'm just kind of rolling with the punches now, because that's really all you can do. And worrying about it doesn't make the wheels move any faster. It doesn't change your circumstances. It only damages yourself, you know, mentally, emotionally, and, you know, eventually physically. So I have been doing quite a bit of worrying this year and, you know, trying to get all our ducks in a row as far as our finances and get back on track, because we were in such a healthy financial spot at the beginning of, well, I guess the beginning of this year, maybe last year. You know, we had paid off all our credit, and, you know, life was just really, really going well. But again, it's okay, because we're so lucky to all be here, and, you know, we're just going to deal with things one at a time. Since then, he has, they've been kind of calling him off every now and then, just due to not being as busy, because he is one of the new people. He does have a permanent job, but he is new. So again, I guess that's just the way they do things. And yeah, we just kind of have to wait and see. So as far as what his plans are, you know, for the coming year, of course, the retirement's going to kick in, but I think he's looking down some other avenues of things that he would enjoy doing, going back to school for some things. I talked about that before. There is a program starting that he's really interested in this coming May. You know, and we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, it's just going to be financially tight. I know that we're going to owe taxes next year because I did Grubhub, and, you know, they don't take taxes out of the money that they give you every week. So we're going to probably owe some taxes. I still owe Home Depot some money. And I ended up paying them twice. There was a little bit of a, you know, an interest promotion lump sum that needed to be paid off by January, and I taught you guys about that the first time I made the payment. It didn't apply to that, and so I had to make a second payment. So I've been pulling from our savings and things like that. Now, the only thing that I do have intact entirely at this point is our emergency fund. So I have not touched that, and I don't plan to unless it is a dire emergency, because that really needs to sustain us should I lose my job, or should something else go wrong. So we really have to be prepared, and if it's a bit of a struggle without touching it, it's just going to have to be a bit of a struggle. We just can't dip into that as far as I'm concerned right now. So we'll see how things go. And as far as this channel goes, giving you guys some updates, I ordered an Archer and Olive journal a while back, and I did receive it in the mail. It's this beautiful, beautiful, like hunter green or pine green. It's just a gorgeous color, and I ordered the wrong one, of course, because that's kind of what I do. And I just wasn't paying attention, and it has the craft paper inside. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought that might not be a bad project. I really want to use a bullet journal as my primary personal planning system for 2021, at least test it out for a year, and get away from all the different planners. I want to streamline the information I'm tracking and collecting, and just kind of make things more simple for myself. So that's kind of the plan. I'm going to be sharing that with you guys. In fact, when I complete this video here, I'm going to be doing some pen testing to see how everything looks on here. And, you know, I'm just really excited to use it and to set it up. I know that today is December 30th and I don't have my planner set up for January, but you know what? That's okay too, because it'll get done. It always does. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. And I'm not going to replace this just because the paper isn't my first choice of color. I'm just going to roll with it because I think that is kind of the way I need to proceed into 2021, carefully, slowly, with intention, you know, have my decisions have a purpose and a meaning behind them, think a little bit more before I do things, just slow down. And I'm really looking forward to how the year progresses with those kinds of habits and that kind of action. So I'm just hoping that, you know, everybody has a really beautiful and blessed 2021. If you struggled this past year, of course, you know you're not alone. The world was struggling, but your personal struggles may have been a little bit harsher than your neighbors or your friends. And just know that going into 2021, that's okay. You know, we can sort things out as we go. I have always been a person to kind of, you know, let everything weigh on me at once. And I feel like I need to tackle everything right now, get it done, get it done, get it done. That's how I work. And that kind of frantic and feverish pace really isn't sustainable. It's not good for you. You know, sometimes you might make a wrong turn or two because you're trying to just plow through things and get things done and over with. And sometimes it's good to just kind of slow down and, you know, take your time and get through things at your pace. So I'm, you know, not a motivational speaker. I'm not trying to pretend to be. I'm just kind of giving you some advice as far as what I've learned through the things that I've gone through, especially in the past year. So I do plan on amping up this channel again and pushing forward with lots of new videos. And of course, my budgeting is going to get real boring though. I can promise you that. Now, if you're somebody who just likes the routine and you like seeing, you know, just how somebody deals with their finances week after week, I mean, I would be so appreciative of you watching and tuning in, but I just wanted to warn you that there's not a whole lot of exciting things going on except a little bit of figuring things out as we go at the beginning of the year. And so I do have a debt journey again. I don't think that's the end of the world. It's not the worst debt, and it's not so monstrous that we can't get through it. But again, that's just part of life. That's part of my life anyway. So, you know, I hope that you follow along and you stick with me for the journey. And of course, I hope to, you know, get to know you guys better than I have previously and just be more part of the channel. And you may be seeing more face-to-face videos because I'm not comfortable on camera, but I've also decided that in 2021, I need to get out of my own way and just push through my comfort zone and whatever, you know. I mean, if I have makeup on, great. If I don't, you know, and if I want to lose 50 pounds, so be it. And if I am who I am, I just need to get out of my own way and stop being so wound up and anxious about everything. You know, being on camera is fun, and I'm sure that you guys appreciate sometimes just having somebody talk with you and being able to see, you know, who they are and what their expressions are, and just to mix it up a little bit. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little update. And again, I really wish you all the luck in 2021, and you know, just that you are blessed and healthy and excited to proceed with caution, but also happiness into the new year. So yeah, if you guys have any comments you want to drop below, I do get to them as much as possible, but I am still kind of recuperating, so I'm not sure how much I will be able to film and edit and upload and respond. So if I don't get to your comment, just know that I read them and I appreciate you so, so much. So hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.